What's up, guys? Seth Level, sorry, up here again. I know the shirt looks a little off, especially wearing friggin' PJ pants. I'm not gonna lie, it's literally 3:30 in the fucking morning on Sunday. I gotta be to work at like 11, so why am I awake? Well, I couldn't sleep worth a damn. Reason being is because I usually work thirds Friday night. And, fuck you, I'm having a slice of pie while I'm talking. My problem is working thirds Friday, usually Saturday when we go to hang out over at Bill's and do anything fandom night, I kind of don't get much time for sleeping or doing much of nothing. And especially considering the fact that usually it's literally wake up, go to work, third shift starts at 10, so be up at like 8, if not sooner, but be up by about 8, get up, shit, shower, shave, food, do whatever needs done, and then, of course, go to work about an 8-9 hour shift, and then leave, go to Bill's, and then possibly pick up food, possibly not. So I literally slept almost all day. I think I left Bill's at like 1 or 2 because I couldn't take it anymore. I'd been up at like 4 in the afternoon. So I left early, came home, sat and talked with the old lady, and which this is her shirt, by the way, which is why it looks off. It's one of her work shirts because she works at one of the steak and shakes in our area. And yeah, like I said, come home, talked with her, and went to bed. And I've been having a rough couple days. Like, I know I said I was going to try to post like a few times a week. I'm thinking here for the next month or so, it might just be 2 times a week. Like, literally, I'm not figuring out a schedule yet. I'm going to go on twice a week because my depression's been kicking my ass lately. And I think it's a matter of, like I've said in the last one, my car's broken. My old man had to go and get a tranny for it because, of course, he's an actual mechanic, but he's the only person I know of that would actually have the hookups to get, decent car parts, fix it, and, make sure that everything's working properly. And all I got to do is pay him for the part. So, I mean, win-win for me. But he had to go out and get a new tranny for my car that's busted. My stepsister's pregnant, and anybody who knows me knows that my family hates my guts. Not from things that I've done, but because my family's weird, type of thing. I love my family, but like my stepsister, when she becomes pregnant, she becomes like queen bitch. Like, if you don't do what she says, when she says it, how she says it, you're in her way, and she'll try throwing you to the wolves type of thing. Like, literally, I think she tried, no, she didn't try doing that. The last time she was pregnant, she literally threw so much of a bitch fit that I had damn near had to walk home from my father's house. And my father lives about a good driving distance, half hour away from where I was living at the time. So yeah, walking that, I wouldn't have fucking made it if a couple of my friends hadn't, like, I called them and I was waiting on them and then said, screw it, I can't deal with this, and got maybe like 6 blocks up the street before they had realized that I wasn't at my dad's anymore, I was up the street. So they had to turn around and come get me. So between that, the move, getting everything unpacked, not realizing that I hadn't packed most of my stuff well. So, since all my stuff wasn't packed properly, some of it was broken, I flipped out and yelled at my girlfriend about it. And then, of course, she had to remind me that I'm the one that packed up my stuff. Except for my turtle van. My turtle van I did not pack. I went out and I got one of those pop things, the little chibi figurines that they've got. I went out of my way and I bought the turtle van with the Michelangelo in it. And then, like, the missiles that are supposed to be sitting on the back of the turtle van had busted off. But, again, I'm sorry, but I want some motherfucking banana cream pie. God damn it, it's been a while since I've had this, man. It's some good stuff. But, like I said, you know, she had to remind me of that. Oh yeah, that's definitely the good shit. That's technically my breakfast right now. Like I said, I woke up and sat around and finally just now got around to realizing I'm hungry. Like I said, though, between all hell breaking loose in my life with my car and the move and my girlfriend and I arguing to a point where literally we were thinking that we were breaking up. In fact, we might even still be breaking up. I'm not sure. Personal shit set aside. Because of that, my depression's been kicking my ass. And anybody who knows or has been around anybody with depression knows it's no laughing matter. It really isn't. Like, I came home from work, dealt with my old man and him screaming over the phone at me about how I owe him X amount of money for my car and X amount of money for this, and other people owe him money and he has bills and shit he's got to pay and blah, blah, blah. Listen to that. Already had a shitty day at work. Went to go lay down in bed. The extension cord I have my charger plugged into was unplugged because my girlfriend had unplugged it to plug in her phone, which was fine. So I literally sat on the bed, went to plug it in, set it all up, and I was like, shit. So I got upside and started to walk around the bed. She literally woke up, freaked the fuck out on me, unplugged it, and then plugged in my extension cord. Excuse me. And it just, I don't know. Like, all of a sudden my depression started whipping my ass so bad I literally curled up in a ball on the floor and bawled my eyes out. Yes, that's right. This tubby fat fuck right here who literally, I'm not going to say that I'm a hard ass, but I'm definitely not like some pussy that you can just push around. Yes, I literally curled up in a ball on my floor and cried for almost an hour because of all the bullshit I've been dealing with. And then to top it all off, after I finally got done bawling my eyes out and climbed up into bed, then her and I had this weird talk about whether we're breaking up or not. And it made me moody, irritable. All I've been thinking about is like killing myself. Like literally the best way to do it. The funniest way I thought of is I'm actually allergic to oranges. The guys all know it, so if you ever hear them offer me Mountain Dew, Fanta, Sun Kiss, Mellow Yellow, Mountain Dew's usually the big one, like any type of orange drink, and yes, Mountain Dew is an orange drink. Most people who don't know it, the citric acid that's in Mountain Dew is actually derived from oranges, whereas most of it is either lemon or lime juice. But yeah, I was thinking, okay, go buy a bag of oranges and a case of Mountain Dew, and then just sit in the tub and continue eating until I either puff up and can't breathe, or I puke so much that my face dissolves. What can I say? I watched too many horror movies. I thought it would be, you know, it's me and my weird, sick, twisted head. You guys will get used to this. This is only episode 2. But, again, like I said, it's one of those things where it's been whipping my ass. And the whole point of this is to say 2 things. 1, if somebody with depression, if you know somebody with depression, or you think somebody's depressed, definitely try to pay attention to them. You know what I mean? Make sure that you're keeping up with them. Because even something as simple as, hey man, you know, you want to come hang out, or, you know, hey, how you been? You know, making sure you're keeping up with them and, you know, trying to see what's going on. It goes a really long way. Like, literally, I was feeling like shit. Finally felt better after working my third the other night. And then, no joke, I'm putting away the store order because they couldn't get to it Friday when it comes in. And our buddy, excuse me, our buddy Jeremy had come in and was like, hey man, so how you doing? What's going on? You know, making sure everything was cool. And that definitely helped. The other thing that's been helping me is kind of the main purpose of this. I was listening to the Nerdist podcast the other day, and Chris Hardwick happened to make mention of something that I kind of agree with and I kind of don't. He had mentioned that we're living in such a culture where everything can literally be personalized just to you. And he said that it's not a good thing. Because then everybody's so used to getting what they want and getting what they deserve and me, my bullshit. And yes, he's right. Everybody's so used to getting what they want, when they want, how they want it, the content they want to see, you know, what they don't want to see, what type of music they want to listen to, what type of music they don't want to listen to, which are the best video games, which are not, which sites, you know, agree with their opinions on video games, you know, whether they agreed that, you know, fucking Jak and Dexter was the best video game on the face of the planet, and which site said that that video game's a giant pile of fucking dog shit. All of them. They're all giant piles of dog shit and need to be blown away with a massive fart from deep within Satan's anus type of thing. And the reason I picked that one is because never played them, so I don't give a shit one way or another. Just the first thing that came to my mind at 4 o'clock in the fucking morning on a Sunday. But, like I said, the part that I don't agree with is sometimes, yes, sometimes we need to be catered to. Like I said, with my depression kicking my ass, I did not give a rat's ass. Like, really, honestly, and truthfully, did not give a rat's ass whether I lived, died, or grew mushrooms in my crack. To quote Dutch. Fucking good movie, go watch that shit again. Fucking do it. But the thing that always makes me feel better is music. And sometimes I like being catered to and pandered to. And I actually have the iHeartRadio app. And while, yes, I'm, you know, doing a slight commercial for them, I'm receiving no money because it's my second video. Who the fuck is watching this shit on my second video, first off, other than people I know? And third of all, how the fuck would they just be like, here's sponsorship and thousands of dollars? I mean, like I said, iHeartRadio is just like almost every other music app, like Last.fm or Pandora or other shit like that you've heard of and seen, whether it be through your iDevices because you're a fucking Mac wannabe piece of shit nerd that I can't fucking stand, or whether you're going through like Microsoft and Xbox and you were using Last.fm because you're a fucking worthless piece of shit anti-nerd that I want to kick in the fucking testicles. I really am. I get tired of that fucking debate. Oh, well, Mac's the best. Oh, well, PC's the best. Oh, well, you're not a fucking nerd. Oh, well, you're gonna be... I don't give a fuck. Regardless of what technology you're using, I don't give a fuck if you like the iPhone or you like fucking old school flip phones from fucking T-Mobile that get no reception when you're sitting inside of, you know, your parents' basement playing WoW all day long. You know, I care one way, or I don't care one way or another. I'm just saying. Usually you hear most people being like, oh, Pandora, and they're busy on their iPhone. And you hear most people, oh, Last.fm, and they're playing it on their Xbox. Because believe me, I was using it on my Xbox. Like I said, me doing like the whole iHeartRadio thing, there's parts of it I like and there's parts of it I don't like. They give you like the recommended stations and shit based off of what you're listening to. But the part that I love about it is, again, I can customize it to what I want to listen to. I like Real Big Fish. So I'll put on like a Real Big Fish station, which gets me a whole bunch of ska and ska punk, so I can listen to all that. Then my brother and his friends had found out about a band called Streetlight Manifesto, and I was loving the fuck out of them. So I listened to them. Then I realized that they're actually the third band of the same group. The original group was Catch-22, based out of Jersey, and they're fucking pimp because, again, it was just the original band. Then as a side project in between 1 and 3, which was Streetlight Manifesto, they did Bandits of the Acoustic Revolution, where it's literally an entire ska punk acoustic album, which was fucking sweet at the time, like when you think about it. And I mean, granted, the album's only 5 songs long because I have the entire fucking album, but it's funny because then once you get into Streetlight, then you can see where they literally took their favorite songs from the first band and pretty much all of the second and threw it into there. Then at the same time, you mix it in with different stuff like ska, punk, and actual ska and actual punk, and you can listen to all that. Then I could switch it over and be like, oh, well, now I'm going to listen to my Megadeth radio station because I love old school fucking metal, especially Megadeth. If it comes down to the big 4, Megadeth wins and Metallica can suck a fat cock. That's right, I fall on that side of the fence. Don't get me wrong, I listen to both, but I like Megadeth more than I like Metallica. So, now that debate's out of the way, I switch it over to the Megadeth side, and I'll listen to some old school metal. Then I'll switch it over to the Kill Switch Engage radio station I have, and listen to it. And freaking, it'll pull up a Slipknot, and it'll pull up Mudvayne, and I can listen to all those and be like, I fucking love those songs. And then it'll pull up like some Carpathian black death metal band from Scandinavia with, the illegible font on the cover that, if it wasn't for the fact that they put it like right down here and, song title and artist, I'd be like, the fuck does that say, and why is there like a random goat head being fucked by a Barbie doll type of thing. And I'll be like, alright, let me give this a couple minutes of a listen. Nope, fuck that, I don't like that song sucks, and skip it. And again, you can discover way more music that way. So again, if you have it set up to like the find me new stuff type of thing, but keep it similar, you can literally discover new music, find new bands, which is how I found out about a bunch of the bands I've been liking lately, like Authority Zero and shit like that. And here's the best part. Literally, here's the best part about that. I have a 24/7 comedy app or station on iHeartRadio, so I can literally listen to like some it plays randomly like it's an actual like radio station, which is kind of cool, but it'll literally play like George Carlin, Lewis Black, Richard Pryor, like some of the best from the old school. Then it'll play some new guys like Anthony Jeselnik, or like it'll play Hardwick, since Chris Hardwick is an actual comedian. It'll play oh god, what's that broad's name? Natasha Leggero. It'll play like her. It'll play like old stuff, new stuff, randomly. Like it'll literally play like Patton, Hardwick, Chris Rock, and then go into like some random dude that I didn't even know fucking existed, but his shit's fucking making me piss my pants laughing type of thing. But if you pick type in Weird Al, which I did as one of the radio stations, and listen to the Weird Al station, not only do you get Weird Al, and of course Lonely Island and Tenacious D, because all three of those are pretty much lumped together as comedy bands. It'll play some bits of comedy, which it keeps playing Larry the Cable Guy for some fucking reason, and I'm like, okay, well, there's a couple bits I like, and then some of it I don't. But if it's going to play comedy, it needs to start playing more than Larry the fucking Cable Guy. But it also has been playing epic rap battles of history songs, and I'm like, fuck yeah! But that's been my tirade on the entire thing. Like I said, I've been depressed, I've been listening to music, did me some sleeping, gonna eat my fat ass some pie. So, I'm gonna go eat me some pie, listen to some more music and probably watch some more random bullshit on YouTube, seeing as how this is an almost 20-minute long, no, it's over 20-minute long video, and my last video took forever to upload because I only have 4G network to upload, excuse me, to upload to YouTube. So, this is going to take all night, and I'll see you guys right before I got to go to work later on.